So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all want to know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not gonna do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out. I said, get the fuck out. Because I felt very disrespected that took.
It started quietly. Just a clip. No names. No captions. Just a man in a hoodie, gently rocking a baby in his arms as a woman stood nearby. Her voice soft, almost nervous. The footage looked like something out of a movie. But when people paused the video, zoomed in, and played it back in slow motion, the internet caught fire. Because that man? It looked a lot like Papoose. And the baby? That baby wasn't supposed to exist. At least not outside of his marriage with Remy Ma. What was supposed to be a quiet night on social media turned into one of the most explosive hip-hop scandals of the year. It wasn't long before 50 Cent jumped in, not just as a bystander but as someone personally affected. And once 50 speaks, the whole world listens. What started as a whisper behind the scenes is now a fire burning across the internet, threatening to destroy years of trust, friendship, and loyalty in one brutal sweep. The video itself wasn't very long, maybe 15 seconds max. But in those few seconds, everything changed. A hotel lobby camera picked it up, grainy, a little shaky, but just clear enough to catch the moment. Papoose, wearing a low hat and a black hoodie, was seen holding a baby close to his chest. The baby looked only a few months old, wrapped in a soft blue blanket. Standing next to him was a woman whose face was blurred out, likely for privacy or maybe because whoever leaked the footage didn't want to reveal too much all at once. But what they didn't hide was her voice. She said something simple, just asked if Papoose needed the baby's bottle. And that's when people started connecting dots. Because her voice, light but familiar, rang a bell for fans who followed the couple for years. Speculations began immediately. People started pulling up old clips, digging through past interviews, comparing tones, accents, laughs. Some even thought the voice belonged to a woman close to Remy herself. A friend, a label mate, maybe even someone she once trusted. The reaction online was instant. Twitter exploded with theories and accusations. TikTok creators jumped in with frame-by-frame breakdowns of the clip. Instagram gossip pages posted side-by-side photos and before/after voice comparisons. Some were convinced this had to be a setup. Others said it was real and that the truth had finally come out. One blog claimed they had exclusive tea on who leaked the clip, suggesting it was someone from within the hotel staff who recognized the rapper and sold the footage to a celebrity gossip page. Fans remembered how just a few months ago Papoose had posted a cryptic message about being misunderstood and protecting his peace. Nobody thought much of it then, but now everything was being reanalyzed. Every lyric, every tweet, every photo. The internet wanted answers and they weren't going to stop digging until they got them. But behind all the chaos, the real questions started to surface. How was Remy Ma reacting to all this? She hadn't said a word publicly, not even a tweet. But people close to her painted a very different picture behind the scenes. According to sources from her team, the moment Remy saw the clip, she locked herself in her room and cried for hours. She didn't even speak. And for someone as strong as her, someone who's been through prison, betrayal, and rebuilding her entire career from scratch, that kind of breakdown said a lot. This wasn't just embarrassment. This was a heartbreak that cut her deeper than fans could imagine. Those who followed her journey know how hard she fought to create a second chance with Papoose. After her release, he was the one who stood by her side, defended her in public, and helped rebuild her image. They were hip-hop's ride-or-die couple. The blueprint for Black love. To see that foundation crack so publicly was devastating. Word spread that she left their home days after seeing the footage. Not temporarily, she hasn't returned since. But even through the noise, there's still one missing piece. The woman in the video. The mystery woman. The blurred face, the soft voice, the one who handed the bottle and vanished behind the camera flash. Who is she? That's the question haunting everyone. Some fans think she's just a random hookup. Others think she's someone way closer than people realize. A few online sleuths are convinced she's a rising rapper Papoose was mentoring last year. They posted clips of the two performing together, pointing out how he used to always shout her out on stage. There's even one video where he calls her family. But now people are wondering if that was just a cover. A few bloggers dug even deeper, claiming the woman in question might actually be married herself. If that's true, then this scandal might not just destroy one family, it might blow up two. Nobody really knows the full truth yet, and that's what's driving people wild. She hasn't come forward, hasn't posted anything, hasn't responded to any rumors. But insiders are whispering that she's feeling pressure. Pressure from Papoose's side, pressure from her own circle, and possibly pressure from lawyers. Because if she speaks, everything could unravel, for better or worse. One blog even claims she was offered money to stay silent. Whether that's true or not, the fear is real. And in the silence, the internet has filled the gaps with wild theories. Some say she's preparing for a public interview. Others claim she's already spoken to Remy privately. But no matter what version people believe, there's one thing nobody can deny. This woman holds the key to the entire scandal. And as long as she stays in the shadows, the storm will keep growing. People started asking, was there more going on behind the scenes? Had 50 heard something before the leak? Some bloggers say 50 had been in talks with Papoose for a major business move, possibly a TV project or even a role on one of 50's hit shows. But after the footage dropped, all those deals reportedly vanished, burned before they even started. Because if there's one thing 50 Cent doesn't play with, it's betrayal and fake loyalty. He lives by a code, and he made it clear Papoose broke it. For longtime fans, this wasn't just drama. This was painful to watch. Because the bond between 50 and Papoose was real. It wasn't just a business connection. It wasn't clout chasing or camera-only friendship. These were two men who came up in the same era, who respected each other's grind. When Remy Ma was locked away, it was 50 who publicly showed love, calling out how Papoose held her down like a real man. That kind of loyalty isn't common in the rap game. So for 50 to be this hurt, this loud, this unforgiving, that meant something was seriously broken. Some fans even dug up old interviews where 50 praised Papoose, calling him one of the last solid ones. That praise now feels like a cruel echo, because if the baby rumors are true, then everything they built, the respect, the loyalty, the brotherhood, was just a lie. And it's not just about Papoose betraying Remy. It's about the shock of him possibly betraying everyone who believed in that image of love, honor, and realness. Especially in a world where so many relationships are fake or forced for attention, theirs felt different. So now, people are mourning more than just a scandal. They're mourning the loss of something they believed in. A love that felt pure. A friendship that felt unshakable. And a man who, until now, had never been caught slipping like this. The fall from grace has been swift, and it's not just social media turning their backs. It's the people who once cheered the loudest now sitting in stunned. At a recent public event, fans noticed how off she looked. No makeup, no smile, barely engaging with anyone. Her body was there, but her spirit seemed gone. Even the way she walked felt different, like someone carrying a weight she couldn't drop. One fan who attended the event said they tried to speak to her, but she just nodded and kept walking, eyes fixed on the ground. It's like she was trying to keep herself from falling apart in front of the world. And her silence? That silence felt like thunder. Because Remy has never been one to stay quiet when something's wrong. This time though, there were no interviews, no posts, no freestyles throwing shade. Just quiet. And that silence has fans terrified. Insiders claim she's not only emotionally shaken but looking at legal options, possibly separating finances, reassessing contracts, and figuring out how to protect herself if this situation gets worse. For Remy, this isn't just heartbreak. It's survival. While the internet was still buzzing, jaws dropped, and fans debated what was real or fake, something unexpected happened. 50 Cent went live. And when 50 talks, especially when he's angry, it shakes the whole industry. He didn't say Papoose's name, but he didn't have to. Everyone watching knew exactly who he was talking about. His face looked different, not like his usual trolling self, not like when he's joking around for views. He looked disappointed, betrayed, furious. "You got one job," he said, looking directly into the camera. "Protect your queen. If you can't do that, you're not a king, you just another weak dude pretending." Those words cut deep. 50 isn't just a friend to Papoose and Remy, he's been in their corner for years. But in that moment, it felt like he had drawn a line in the sand. And he was standing far away from Papoose. What really shocked fans wasn't just the words, it was the actions. After that live, 50 went to his Instagram and deleted every photo he ever posted with Papoose. Old throwbacks,